What is up, guys? Back with another video. About to hop into 911. After 3 months of not taking care of myself, I'm trying to get things dialed back in, so I'm going to get a haircut. As you guys know, I've been cutting my hair in the bathroom with a Phillips razor for 3 months. Alright guys, I'm heading to get my hair cut. Somebody left a comment, they said, man, I'm 36 years old and I feel like I hate getting older. And I was just listening to one of my videos back. I was listening to something to see if I cut something out or had it in the video. And my wife heard the video where I was like, man, my knees hurt, I'm getting old. She's like, I hate when people say that. She's like, you're basically speaking your future into existence. She's like, you gotta stop saying that. Like, oh, I'm so old, or I can't run, I'm too old, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what I mean? It is true. It's like we're always saying, like, oh, I'm so old, I can't make it in here. Look, I can't make it in here unless I'm gonna scratch the front lip, but that's reality. I really would scrape the front lip. I know I'm late. It's at 11. It's 11:02. All right, guys, haircut's done. Shout out to Maverick. He hooked me up. Him and I were talking about health stuff, and he was saying he was watching that Diary of a CEO podcast or YouTube channel, and he was saying that the guy had a heart doctor on recently, and he was talking about visceral fat and glucosamine and all that stuff. Check it out. I was gonna watch it. It's like 2 hours long though. All right, I got 1 hour. I think I'm gonna go try to hit the gym real quick. I need to get on the laptop, but I'm gonna put that off. I'm gonna try to hit the gym so I can keep this fitness momentum going. I feel like if you can just stack little tiny wins, you can build momentum. If I let off my fitness throttle now, I'm gonna fall off. All right, making my way to the gym. I decided I'm gonna hit the gym, but we're playing basketball this afternoon, so I don't wanna go too hard in here. And I have the broken finger, so I'm gonna go in here and just kind of dilly-dally around, see what I can do. All right, guys, I just finished at the gym. I'm almost at, I gotta check how many steps I'm at, but I'm counting my steps now. Man, I was listening to David Goggins in there. Shout out to I used to listen to Goggins sometimes, but shout out to the guy who left the comment that said, put on Goggins motivation. He's like, the rest will do itself, or something like that he wrote. But he's right. I was listening to Goggins thinking, I'm like, it's comeback season. Like I'm taking over the world or something. Who's gonna carry the boats? Who's gonna carry the boats? I got a broken finger and blown out kneecaps, but I'm feeling better. I wanted to mention, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the channel. My wife is a NASM. My wife has a bachelor's degree in linguistics from UMBC, but she also is NASM certified personal trainer. But when my wife was little in Russia, her uncle owned a gym, and her uncle used to train basically the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Russia. I met him one time when I was there. We ran into him. I can't remember his name, but my wife, when she was a little girl, she would go to the gym and train, dude. She was hardcore into fitness as a little kid. And in Russia, she felt like she looked different. And one time she had like a cut on her arm, and like somebody was like, oh, she ripped her bicep open or something, and then she got discouraged and she stopped working out. She was like a young girl, you know, like, and but she's always been hardcore into fitness, and now she runs marathons. She's ran the London Marathon, she's ran the Chicago Marathon, the New York Marathon, the Berlin Marathon. So any of those pictures you ever see at the end of a video, a lot of times that's like a trip I took with her for a marathon. But she's going to be doing the Tokyo Marathon, I think. And then I might be leaving one out she did. I don't know if I said New York and Chicago. She did those. But what I'm getting at is I've got all the tools. You know what I mean? I've got all the tools I need. Like, she gives me plans, dude. She's given me so many plans and so many different things to do. It's more like you can't take advice from someone that's super close to you, because you like can complain to them. Like, I'm like, it doesn't work, or this hurts, or you know what I mean? Like when you have a trainer or somebody. I have all the tools. It's more that I've been putting the fitness. Remember I told you I like to live by my 5 F's? It's like faith, fitness, family, fitness, finances, and Facebook ads, and friends, I guess. I don't know if that's 5. But fitness is always the last one. I always put it last. Because I got to provide for my family. You know what I mean? But, like they say, a lot of people left comments, health is wealth. That is so true. The health is wealth thing is so true. You can have all that other stuff, but if you don't have your health, you got nothing. But what I was going to say was, I'm cutting out sugar. I'm trying to. Today, so far, I'm doing pretty good. I always do good the first day. That's the thing. You always do good the first day and then you fall off. But maybe if I'm talking on here about fitness the way I talk about dividend stocks every day, day in, day out, what gets measured will get done. So maybe that'll work. We'll see. I'm going to start getting on the scale in front of you guys. Maybe I'll even take out the jelly so I can hold myself accountable. Now, I don't think I'm putting my jelly all up on YouTube for everybody to judge. But I was doing a lot of wall sits and stuff. My wife was telling me to do, and some stuff with the bands with my knees. And it actually, to be honest, feels way better. I got to get them dialed in because we've got basketball. I'm playing basketball tonight with a broken finger. I'm taping it up and a blown out knee. And I don't have any basketball shoes. I was asking ChatGPT, can I wear these New Balance 480s or should I wear my Nike Pegasus? What's better? ChatGPT said go with the 480s. ChatGPT said go with the 480s. I'm going to look like old school, like 1980s basketball player. I'm going to be the last one to get picked. I'll be the last one to get picked in the lineup. When they're like, you want him? I got him. You want him? I got him. I got Johnny. They're like, what about this one? I got the thing wrapped around my knee and I got a bandage on my finger. I'm like, what about me? What about me? All right, I'm going to hop off. I have not looked at the stocks. Shout out to my buddy who's a local. Scorpio 29 degrees. He's the guy in the M2 in the recent video I saw. I was driving. I was right around here and I saw him. But he just wrote the PCE data came out. So the inflation data we've been waiting on came out, and he said it came out around expected. So he said the melt up is probably going to continue. He's right. But I'm interested to see because SCHD might have dumped. Sometimes when like the risk on stuff happens, SCHD dumps because people are like, why would I hold this defensive ETF, this dividend dog, when I could go full on Bitcoin? Bitcoin probably skyrocketed. Remember I sold my crypto? Hey, at least I'm transparent. And you guys can see me trying to pick my face up off the ground after I do these dumb decisions. That's why you got to just keep stacking and not sell anything. But I'm chasing my dividend income strategy, so who knows. Let me hop in real quick and see what SCHD's doing. Let's see what's going on. SCHD stock. Okay, we got a little something. Nice. We got a little something. When you hold as much as I do, when it goes up by 1%, it goes up 16,000 in the account. Do you see what I'm saying? Or it goes up 15 grand. When I get 1%, if I get 10% gain, it's gonna go up 150,000 because I'm so concentrated in one thing. But all right, let me see. But VOO always crushes it. Always. VOO always crushes it. Oh wait, what is going on? What is going on? See, I get hyped up when I see SCHD just doing anything because we've been missing out on all the gains. I like to check that, and then I like to check my new gambles, my CCSI. That's gonna pull up like an ABC TV show. I gotta put the word stock. All right, 1.10%. And then I want to check my Butterfly Network, BFLY. Where you at? All right, not bad. I bought in higher than that though, so I'm trying to get back to where I bought in. So we'll see what happens. Interesting, but don't sell stocks, dude. Don't sell your stocks. Just keep investing. Oh, we got to look up Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin at? I'll try to post this video soon, so I'll have something. You know, it'll be real time. It's just hovering. It's weird. You would think that. Let me look up the inflation data news because you would think if it came out, inflation news. You would think if inflation news, core inflation rate held at 2.9. I guess because it wasn't lower. Maybe that's why people are like still a little nervous. Who knows? That's why I don't try to time anything, dude. That's why I define my goal. I stick to the goal. The goal is dividend income, and I just stick to the goal. Let's log in and see what I've got on the dividend income. All right, we broke the 60,000 mark, which is awesome. We have broken the 60,000 mark. We're at $60,455. That's awesome. That's more than I made. That's like what I made as a mechanic, basically. And then you guys can see the holdings I have. I have Cal-Maine Foods, Butterfly Network, CCSI, Pfizer, SCHD, Target, UPS, Wu-Tang, like Western Union, and that's pretty much all I got. And then, see, but what I focus on is this. This is what I'm chasing. I'm just chasing. If I can figure out a way to contribute $100,000 a year, which might not be realistic, and I reinvest the dividends, you see how it's turned on, reinvestment boost, then in 5 years, 4.5 years, I'm going to be at $128,000 a year in income. And if I could figure out a way to get things really cranking with our business, and I could invest even more, that number could be higher. And then so on and so forth. If that can continue, or if SCHD raises its dividend at a higher rate than we think. Like if we're at 13, then there's a chance in 4.5 years I could be at $135,000 in income, and so on and so forth. And I'll never have to sell a share. You know what I mean? If I want, I could just turn on auto transfer, not reinvest the dividends, and basically have a self-sustaining system. If these things continue to go the way they are, which that's the thing I've realized over time, is there's nothing that's risk-free. Like, there is no risk-free thing. Everything has some type of risk. So, but I don't like the diversification of SCHD, mainly because of all the energy. But that's pretty good if we did have inflation, but now it's looking like we might not. But I don't know, because we're coming out with more tariff stuff, so hard to say what could go down. You know what I mean? Could have more inflation. It's hard to say. So having that energy is a little hedge against inflation. And then what else is in here that I like? Oh, I like to look at the income calendar. So this is what I'm really pumped about. Today's Thursday. Friday, Saturday, we're getting SCHD. We're getting our big dividend payout, $14,000. And that's gonna reinvest, boom, right back into SCHD. And I know that the price of the share drops by the price of the amount of the dividend paid out and all that. I know that. But what I love about that time is, if you watch SCHD right after the dividend payout happens, everybody has their dividends set up to reinvest, or a lot of people do. And what you'll see is, you'll see the stock will pump up a little bit from all the new money coming back in. All the dividend payout goes right back into the stock. Most of it does. So I kind of like that too. And then we've got a little Wu-Tang paying us $40, Western Union, which is a one-hit wonder for I'm thinking it's a 3. I'm only buying it because the earnings yield is so high, because the PE ratio is so low, and it has a decent return on capital. And they do have some stuff in the pipeline. They are working on their digital products, and they have good IP. Like, a lot of people know their brand. I was sending Western Union back in the day to people. When I first started off selling products on the internet, I was sending money Western Union to the suppliers at a giant grocery store in Baltimore. All I know is it's a brand new day, and it's more risky to be out than it is to be in. Might as well just stay in and keep adding. And if you can't figure out a way to get any money to get in, then just go back to the drawing board and think to yourself, how can I increase my income? And that's where energy and time comes in the very beginning. So you're judging my chapter 15 to your chapter 2. Chapter 1 through 10, I was just exerting extreme amounts of energy, more than the average person. Way more, 3 times the output of the average person. That's the whole reason I wanted to make the YouTube channel, because I said to my wife, man, when we were building our business, nobody got to see how the amount of energy and time we were putting into it, you know? I'm not really putting a lot of time and energy into YouTube, but I'm showing one thing, I'm showing consistency, and you guys can't lie. You can't lie. I got consistency. It might not be the best videos. One guy told me, I gotta say his videos are buns. I had to look it up because the new slang, I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I was like, what is he trying to say? And I looked it up. It said bun. It's ChatGPT said, when someone says something is buns, it means that it is low quality and low grade. I was like, oh man, he's got me there. But hey, I'm still consistent. So this is what consistency looks like. I can say that. I don't care what you say about me. Just spell the name right and share a video. Even if you're telling something negative to somebody, share it. I need some more subs. I need something. I need a channel sponsor. Anybody want to sponsor the channel? I want to get paid per video. And it's got to be a 5-video minimum. No, I don't know what it is, but email me. My email's in the About Us section on the channel. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate you guys watching.
Ooh. All right. Woo. This is light work.